Good morning, Cougars. I'm still not Denver Blackwell.
And I'm still not Michael Miller, but we'd like to welcome you to today's Cougar Pause for Thursday, October 9th.
Let's all stand for the pledges of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
And now for a moment of silence.
Don't forget that in addition to it being homecoming week, this is also National Yearbook Week. For every picture that is uploaded to replay it, between October 6th and October 10th, our school will receive one chance to win a $1,000 prize. Obviously, it is homecoming week, and you should be taking pictures of your friends and you. Upload those pictures to replay it, and you might just be the one who helps the school win some prize money.
Now, let's take a look at Cougar sports. Tuesday night, the Lady Cougar volleyball team took on Arlington Heights in a grudge match. It was a grudge match for sure because the Lady Cougars exterminated the Arlington Heights Yellow Jackets in a hard-fought 3-set win. That's why Heights bites and Hills kills. Tonight, the freshman and JV football teams are looking to extend their winning streaks as they take on Northside. And then it's all down to the varsity football team to complete the set of wins for the week.
There will be a mandatory boys basketball parent meeting on Tuesday, October 14th at 6 p.m. in the gym. If you are planning to play basketball, you and your parent or guardian needs to be in attendance. If you have any questions, please see Coach Nichols in room 220.
This is a reminder to all seniors that the deadline to register for the November 8th SAT is today. The cost for the SAT is $52.50. If you are eligible for a free or reduced lunch, see Mrs. Thornton in the counseling office to receive a fee waiver. This will be the last opportunity to take it for the early college application deadlines that fall on December 1st. See Mrs. Sanchez in the Go Center if you have any questions.
All students participating in the homecoming parade need to be at their float by 1 p.m. on Friday for final review. Only those students who submitted a permission slip will be allowed to participate in the parade.
We now have an important LIB, Library Information Bulletin, from Mrs. Landon. The library opens at 8 a.m. each morning. That's right, 8 a.m. gives you half an hour to take care of your library needs. Of course, that means you have to get out of bed earlier than you expected. The library is closed from 1:01 to 1:25, but opens again from 1:25 to 1:48. Students must have a library lunch pass to visit the library during this time. See Mrs. Landon to get a pass. The library closes at 4 p.m. each day, but if you would like to use the library after 4 p.m., you need to schedule an appointment with Ms. Landon a day ahead of time. Once again, the library closes at 4 p.m. each day. You need to schedule an appointment if you want to use the library after 4 p.m.
Here's something to think over. Last week we had a lockdown drill. The drill took a little longer than usual, because as it turns out, it really wasn't a drill. I know I didn't take it as seriously as I could have, but in some classrooms, students actually had to calm down their friends who weren't taking the lockdown seriously. Since the year 2000, our time, there have been over 25 school shootings. That's a disturbing statistic. At each and every one of those schools, the day probably started pretty much like ours, with no one expecting a lockdown, no one expecting a shooting, and no one expecting to die. Some say practice makes perfect, but famous Super Bowl winning coach Vince Lombardi of the Green Bay Packers had it right when he said, "Practice does not make perfect. Only perfect practice makes perfect." So think it over for a moment. If we blow off things like lockdown drills, how will we ever know it's the real deal? The next time we have a drill, let's take it seriously and practice it perfectly.
Austin, the excitement keeps growing every day as we head into the last part of homecoming week. The big game against Northside will be tomorrow night, but there's so much happening between now and the game. Tomorrow morning, be sure to arrive a little bit early to check out the hall decorations. Tomorrow afternoon, we'll get out of class a few minutes before the pep rally to step outside and see the parade. As the parade comes up past the school, everyone needs to head into the auditorium to pump up the players for the game. Finally, do you have a date to the homecoming dance? It's not too late to ask someone to go with you. Just tell them we're suffering from failure to launch syndrome, but really want to boogie down with them at the dance.
All students participating in the homecoming parade need to be at their float by 1 p.m. on Friday for final review. Only those students who submitted a permission slip will be allowed to participate in the parade.
Well, that brings us to a close for this Thursday, October 9th, 2014.
And we here at CBN would like to say have a great homecoming and watch your P's and Q's. I'm Austin Powell.
And I'm Ryan Weber.
And have a Weed 'em Boys Thursday.
Yeah!